Next, we're just going to have a look at some of the features within the system that can be used to help you build your relationships a little better with your drivers. Here are a few of the underutilised little features within Cordic that can help keep your drivers happy. Message of the day will allow you to send out a message to all drivers as soon as they sign on. You can put whatever you like in there, it doesn't have to be how are you all doing, and it's a nice way to communicate positively to all drivers. You've also got the ability to add in useful links for drivers. My example in here is quite the practical approach, however you could think out of the box and add things in like meditation guides, something more fun, or even things that are still as useful like flight departure trackers or anything that's going to help them with their day. Then we've got the going home feature. When you're setting your drivers up, if you search for their address over typing it, then they have the option to select a home time, and it's not going to say if they want to go home by 5, send them on a journey that's going to take them 3 hours away and they won't get back till midnight or something crazy like that. Some of the work-based controls, which actually just all add up to being a little bit more transparent with your drivers, and they can feel a little bit more in control of what they're doing in their workday. The first one will be like transparency in earnings, making sure they can see what they're going to get from the jobs. As well, the self-allocation gives them more control over jobs they're going to go for. Even things like the manual and auto bidding settings can play a factor in the driver's day-to-day work life. For example, manual bidding makes them feel like, again, they've got more choice of what jobs they're doing. And the timed bidding as a part of that manual bidding as well can add some fairness in. So all of your drivers who want to bid can, and then it will pick the best one to do the job from those drivers. Additionally, driver points can be used as well to make sure there's some fairness in how that work is getting dispatched with your drivers. So sort of like the high priority jobs can go to certain drivers and make sure that they're evenly distributed between everyone. Commission incentives allows you to give a little back to the drivers, especially those who are working antisocial hours. A lower commission during these times is not only an incentive for your drivers to work, but it's also a way of giving a little bit back to those who do. You can even now in the system select entire accounts not to charge commission on. Again, these features, especially the timed commission, so lower commission at your antisocial hours, isn't used as much as I think it could be across the Cordic platform. The other thing you've got in here is this recruited by option, so the system can record any of your drivers that have been recruited by others. So they're going to love working for you so much after all of this that they're going to bring more drivers on for you, and then you can decide on if you want to have any sort of reward-based system from that. The driver dashboard and driver personalisation. The dashboard is a brilliant asset for you guys and for your drivers. They're able to view all upcoming work, they can be notified of any changes to upcoming jobs so they can better plan their time or their day. And additionally, you've got the option to make use of the override settings to give each driver the best settings for themselves so they can work as best as they can. Driver ratings as well are super important. Doing a good job and hearing positive reviews improves your mood. You can see in my example I haven't been rated yet for my driving on this, so definitely would feel more positive with a 5-star in there. There's also the potential to use the system to have a driver of the month type thing. Again, that would be up to you guys how you would work that out, but it's definitely one that will boost morale. And quite an obvious one in here, make sure that there's an option for tips. I think that one's pretty self-explanatory. Drivers who have tips and more money will most likely be happier. Anything that's going to save you guys time in the office and save your drivers time as well is going to be a hit. So for the document uploads, instead of your drivers having to bring you all of their documents into the office or spend the time getting them from their phones, taking pictures, emailing them across, all the extra steps that you don't want to be wasting your time on, they can directly upload them from the dashboard for you to approve. So they're going to have a little bit more time to do other things like work or relax or have an extra long lunch break. The other thing in the dashboard as well, from the clear and efficient statementing they're going to get just by an email, it's going to be transparent on there of what they're going to owe, and they've got the option to pay that by card in the dashboard. In my example here, I owe £0, which I wish the council tax man agreed on that with. But yes, it's just going to be a case of the less that your drivers have to keep coming into the office and bringing you stuff, if that's payments or if it's documentation, then the more time they've got for working or other things, and as well as you guys having some extra time without drivers constantly having to come in as well.